Tracy here, Anzac Day Precinct YouTube channel, and we're just come into the MacArthur Museum. It's the 15th of March 2023, and we're here as the 7th Fleet was formed 80 years ago, and part of its function was to defend democracy. And what do we have here? Part of democracy, action in progress. But I don't think we are here for a very special purpose, recording for a new petition. So stay tuned. And Brisbane, unlike other capital cities in the world that had a role in World War II, has a very defined starting point when the Pensacola convoy arrived in Brisbane on the 22nd of December 1941. However, we also have a very defined endpoint when on the 22nd of December 1947, an unknown soldier was paraded through the city and loaded up at Newstead Wharf aboard the USAT Goucher Victory for repatriation back to America, along with 1,400 other US servicemen. And we can see here a photo of Newstead Wharf where the USAT Goucher Victory was moored on the day. And also, we'll be able to see in a second the map, which really shows a great overview of where the activities and events occurred on this particular day. But before we get into too much of the detail about the petition, let's just have a look at the end part of the World War II Veterans River Walk. Presented at this part of the Submariners Heritage Trail Walk is quite impressive, but the actual trail actually ends about 500 metres that way, and there are some really excellent restaurants across the road from its exit point. This midpoint of the Submariners Heritage Trail Walk is very impressive, as we are going to see in a second. And there is always something quite interesting going past this wonderful spot. This memorial to the sinking of the Rookie Maru is the only memorial in this stretch of the proposed National World War II Veterans River Walk that populates a very key section. The petition is made up of two parts. Firstly is the naming of a place, the placement of the named place I've left at the discretion of the Brisbane City Council. There is, in actual fact, a quite extensive parklands, and the place could actually be placed anywhere along this great long stretch of the river. The second part of the petition is to plant a small grove of trees to recognise the passing of the last World War II veterans in Brisbane, in Queensland and in Australia, and add on to that grove of trees a couple of other trees in relation to female veterans and in relation to Indigenous service personnel. The park, as you can see here, is very well landscaped currently, has these indentations which would allow a place for the USAT Goucher Victory to be established. And it's such an incredible narrative to think that over a period of 6 years, the war raged on and then ended, and then a very significant end celebration was arranged with the unknown soldier loaded up onto the USAT Goucher Victory.